we're here with South Carolina head men's golf coach Bill McDonald. Coach, team wrapped up fall season with a strong showing out in Hawaii. You guys took 5th out of 24 teams. You guys had top 5 finishes in 3 of your 4 events this fall. Kind of steadily improved throughout the fall. Just talk a little bit about the season and recap what you saw from the guys out there.
Well, I thought the fall was pretty good overall. I mean, I was really proud of how the guys responded from not finishing so well at Camden and how they came together for the Hawaii trip. That was we played some really good golf out there and put ourselves in position with a really good first round and leading after the first day to win the golf tournament. Which is, if we can keep doing that as we progress forward, I think that's a great stepping stone for our guys. I think you really have to look at Scott Stevens and Keenan Husky. The fall that they had was very impressive, and Ben Dietrich played solid for us as well. So if we get some help from some of the other guys in the spring, it could be really good.
You highlighted Keenan and Scott, obviously. I believe Keenan, all 4 tournaments, top 20 finishes, highlighted by a runner-up finish in Camden. Scott Stevens, 3 top 10 finishes, finished second, out in Arizona. I believe he shot 15 under, shot a 198, which is the 3rd lowest 54-hole score in program history. Just talk about Scott and Keenan. You know, they were on the team last year, and you guys, finished 7th in the country, made it to the match play portion of the NCAA championships. Talk about those two and how important they are, to what you guys want to try to do this spring and how they've improved from last year.
Well, both of those guys, Keenan and Scott, when you look at how well they've played, I mean, the fact that they're both in the top 10 after the fall with their scoring averages in the country, some really good golf by both of them, especially considering the type golf courses we played. Keenan's game just keeps getting better in all areas. He's always been a really good putter, but he's starting to refine other areas of his game, and I think he expects to contend or win every week he goes out there. And when you look at Scott Stevens, I mean, he's been a rock force ever since he showed up here as a freshman, and his game continues to improve as well. I'm really proud of how he's made some adjustments with his attitude. He's not being so hard on himself, and if he can continue that in the spring, he's going to be really good for us.
You kind of touched on Ben Dietrich. What did you see from him this fall? I know he was fairly steady, in a lot of tournaments, shooting around par pretty much every round he went out there. Talk about him and talk about how his game has grown this fall.
Well, Ben's improved a lot as well. I think he's starting to get a little more comfortable with competing again. He had the entire year off last year as a red shirt, and just getting back into competition has been a good step for him. Ben's been a real leader for us this fall, and he's really helped bring the team together, and I'm proud of him for stepping out and doing that, because sometimes that's a little uncomfortable for guys. But yeah, with those 3 as our nucleus, I feel really confident in the spring that we can do some good things.
Okay, finally here for you. Obviously, you and new associate head coach Jake Amos have had some time to probably sit down and kind of get a plan together. Maybe what are 1 or 2 things you guys have pinpointed that you really want to try to work on before the spring season starts up the end of February?
Mostly it's wedge play. When you look at our statistics in the fall, I think we didn't convert real well with our short clubs, mainly from 130 yards and in. That's going to be a priority this spring for sure. And then we got to get our freshmen going. I mean, I think when you look at Caleb Prevost and Jamie Wilson, we're expecting some better golf from them, and they're working really hard. Ryan Sackler and Will Miles, Alex Handy, those guys have some experience now, and you're just hoping you can take that group collectively and put together a top 5 starting group that can come together and win some golf tournaments.
Okay, Coach, thanks for the time. We wish you all the best of luck in your preparation here for the upcoming spring season this off season.
Thank you. Happy holidays.